Good morning, friends. In the previous module, we have discussed about the rectification in half wave rectifier. That is, half of the output will be there of corresponding input and remaining half will not be used, and that is why the efficiency is below 50%, that is 40.6%, and ripple factor is 1.21, that is pulsating part on rectified output is more than the other type of rectifiers. Today, I like to discuss about the full wave rectifier, in which the ripple factor will decrease and the efficiency will increase, because the complete cycle of input is converted into the output. For this, we use two diodes, as in the half wave rectifier there was one diode, now here it is two diode. So, from this diagram, as it is full wave rectifier FWR using two diodes. There are another circuit also in which there are more than two diodes, we will discuss later. In this two diode, this is the main supply input voltage Vin, and this voltage is well understood 220 volt and 50 to 60 hertz, 50 to 60 hertz. This is the transformer having the primary coil NP, and here it is the secondary coil, and number of turns in secondary is represented by NS, number of secondary terms. So, for a step down transformer, this transformer is step down, and for this step down transformer, the number of terms must be less than primary terms in the transformer. That is, mathematically we say NP, number of terms in primary must be greater than number of terms in secondary, and we have shown here. And most of the book, they do not care about this diagram, how many terms are in primary and how many terms are in secondary. In previous case, I also calculated that the V2, if this potential is V2 and this potential is V1, V2. So, V2 is equal to N2 upon N second upon N primary into V1, and for a specific case, that is 1 upon 12 into 311 volt. So, you have 25.8 volt, that is approximately 26 volt V2, and this 26 volt is step down transformer. So, this 26 volt as this input, 26 volt input is here, this Vt input voltage across this point, terminal point. So, in this terminal point V2, the half cycle 0 to T by 2 is positive. So, in this positive half cycle, D1 diode is at positive potential and D2 diode is at negative potential. What does it mean? In this case, this diode is D1, this diode is D2. In D1 diode, here it is P type and this is N type, here it is P type and this is your N type. So, this P type is at positive potential, and this N type is at negative potential. So, what will happen? If P is connected to the positive, then during this half cycle, due to the positive P, this is forward bias and this is reverse bias. This is D2 is reverse bias. So, this forward bias is something like on circuit and the reverse bias is something like off the circuit. Means this circuit is disconnected, only this circuit is connected. So, if this circuit is connected, then there is a current I1. This is positive potential, so current flow from P to N, and then this I1 is load and here it is the path. This one path is connected. This central tip, this point is central tip point. Central tip point means zero potential. The central tip point is zero potential. So, this is resistance something like this. RF, here it is R load and this is V2. So, the current is this current I1, this I1 current is V2 upon RL plus RF, something like this. This part is, this current is I1 current in the first half cycle, and this first half cycle, here it is the first half cycle corresponding output, that is across the load. In the negative half cycle, this part is negative, here it is positive. So, during this negative half cycle, what will happen? This negative half cycle, D1 connected minus volt and D2 connected plus potential, means this point is negative and here this point is positive. So, in the second half cycle, this is negative, so it is in reverse bias, and this is positive, so it is forward bias. So, in this half cycle, this D1 is negative, means reverse bias, and this D2 is positive, so it is forward bias. And again the same concept, if it is reverse bias, so it is off, and if it is forward bias, then it is on. This will be the current. So, this part of this circuit will in operation and this will be off, disconnected circuit. So, this second half cycle can be drawn as this is the tape, here it is resistance and this one is forward bias of D2 diode and here it is RL and this is the transformer. So, it is V2. The current flow in this way, that is I2. So, this I2 is same as in case of I1. This I2 is this V2 upon RL plus RF. Total voltage upon total current. So, what we find in first half cycle, the first half cycle current is I1, the current is I1 current in the first half cycle, and in the second half cycle the current component is I2. This is the I2 and this is flowing through the diode D. diode D2. So, the next half cycle for this positive section, this diode is again forward bias D1 and the current again flowing is I1. I1 current is flowing. So, what we find? We find a continuous current is flowing in the load resistance in first half cycle I1 and the second half cycle I2. So, due to this mechanism of the circuit, it is called as full wave rectifier. So, how can we define full wave rectifier? The full wave rectifier defined when the complete input cycle of voltage is converted into the output after rectification, then the process is said to be full wave rectifier. Means this complete cycle, complete input cycle means this part is complete input cycle. And this complete input cycle is into the output cycle. So, this is complete output cycle. So, this complete input part, this input part is converted into the output, and that is why it is full wave. That is why it is full wave. That is why it is full wave. For this, two diodes are connected into the output of the secondary coil of the transformer, and the central tip is used for the load. Load means this is RL. This load is RL, that is this load. This load is RL. So, two diodes D1 and D2 and one load is there. In this way, the alternative positive and negative in the half cycle, this positive and this negative and alternate will conduct the diodes D1 and D2 in the forward bias configuration. This can be shown in this diagram. The diagram is there. Now, one important point is in this whole diagram, the important concept of one of the important point is PIV. One of the important is PIV. What is PIV? Peak inverse voltage. Peak inverse voltage. Normally, this is very doubt or confusive word, peak inverse voltage. What will be the peak inverse voltage? The PIV, how much it is PIV? PIV is voltage drop from load to the diode. PIV क्या? What is PIV? Voltage drop from load to the diode. Load to the diode. So, load to the diode, this is your, suppose this is the load and this is the diode. So, in this case, inverse, peak inverse voltage, we have to find inverse. So, in this case, this voltage is positive V, this voltage is positive V and this voltage is 0. So, positive to 0 and then 0 to minus. So, how can we understand? We see this value is 0 volt, this value is 0 volt and then here it is, this is RL, this is RL, so this is V positive. So, V positive RL, this is 0 volt and then this is minus V of the diode, that is D2. So, what do we find? we can simplify to observe that this one is one voltage V positive, and here it is another voltage negative. So, the difference is positive V minus of minus V, that is V plus V, which is 2V. So, peak inverse voltage is 2V. Peak inverse voltage is 2V. How it is 2V? Again, we have to take the same concept, inverse voltage, peak of the inverse voltage. We can also visualize very easily this peak and this peak, peak to peak. So, peak to peak voltage is here, but it seems that it is 2 volt in this diagram, but for the sake of understanding, we have to say potential drop, a voltage drop from load to diode, this is your load, and this voltage is V positive, because this is the this is hardly 10 ohm. So, whatever the voltage is, it is very small drop. So, the complete voltage is here, and then load, and then in this way. So, in this way the voltage is there, and this way voltage, this V and this V, and this V and V gives the value 2V. This is the peak inverse voltage. This is a very important concept, and you have to understand, because it is very confusing as well. So, it is peak inverse voltage. Now, for the sake of mathematics, the mathematical expression is written as Vt. Vt is equal to V0 sin omega t, and this is minus Vt. What is the minus Vt? This value is minus Vt, this value is minus Vm, this value is plus Vm, and this value is minus Vm. So, 0 to pi, this 0 to pi means from this 0 to pi is this, and 0 pi to 2 pi, this value is minus Vm sin omega t, the voltage. For current I1 in one side, I2 in other side. So, for one half cycle this is the I1, and for other half cycle it is the I2. So, IL load current is sum of I1 and I2 in alternative mode, means in half cycle one is there, in another half cycle other is there. Both are not present simultaneously. So, this IL load, this load IL current is expressed as Im sin omega t 0 to pi, and for next pi to 2 pi minus Im sin omega t, this is IL Vt. Okay. So, this is the current. Now, from this current we can calculate the other important current parameters, that is the current in the average, and that average current are of two types, that is IDC and RMS, IDC and RMS. So, average current IDC, as we have defined, IDC is defined as 1 upon 2 pi for one cycle, 0 to 2 pi ILT d omega t. So, sum this value load current in 0 to 2 pi, that is one cycle, and average, then it is divided by 2 pi. So, this can be written as 1 upon 2 pi. This is 0 to 2 pi, 0 to pi, you say this is Im 0 to pi sin omega t dt d omega t plus pi 2 pi Im, this minus Im sin omega t into d omega t. This is the average. So, Im is common, so we take Im upon 2 pi outside and then integrate 0 to pi sin omega t d omega t plus, or you can say this one is minus sin omega t d omega t, here it is pi is to 2 pi, or this is Im 2 pi 0 to pi, this is cos omega t minus, and from 0 to pi and then here it is plus cos omega t pi is to 2 pi, this value. So, what do you have? Im upon 2 pi, this value is what you have? This is cos minus cos pi minus of minus cos 0 plus this cos 2 pi minus cos pi minus cos pi. So, this is Im upon 2 pi, this is minus, and minus 1, this minus plus, this is 1, and here it is cos 2 pi is 1 minus cos pi is minus 1. So, what do we value? We have Im by 2 pi, and this minus and this minus means plus, and here it is plus, and here it is again plus and then plus. So, 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1. So, this value is finally Im upon 2 pi, this value is 1 plus 1 2, here it is 1 plus 1 is 2. So, this is 4 Im upon 2 pi, that is 2 Im upon pi. This is I average. This value is I average. Similarly, we can have the root mean. Root mean square current. This is represented as IRMS. So, this IRMS is defined as there is root 1 upon 2 pi then 0 से 0 to 2 pi I square t d omega t. This is I square d omega t. So, as in earlier case, I RMS is equal to under root 1 upon 2 pi 0 to pi I m square sin square omega t d omega t plus pi to 2 pi I m square sin square omega t d omega t, and using sin square omega t is equal to 1 by 2 1 minus cos 2 omega t, using this formula from the trigonometry and substituting the value as in case of half wave rectifier, we can solve, putting the limit and integrating. So, we can get I R M S is I m upon under root 2. This is the root mean square value. So, this is the I average and this is your root mean square value. From these two important values, we can calculate the ripples. Ripples means small wave in the rectified output, and therefore we require a ripple factor. So, this ripple factor this gamma is defined as, this is IRMS square minus IDC square divided by IDC. So, you find this is nothing but IRMS upon IDC whole square minus 1. Substituting the values, that is IRMS is I m upon under root 2, and this IDC is I m 2 I m over pi whole square minus 1. That is, this value is I m cancelled, this is pi square upon 2 square 4 into 2 8 minus 1. So, this pi square 3.14 whole square upon 8 minus 1. So, with this factor, the ripple factor is obtained in this case is 0.468 ripple factor. Rectification efficiency. Rectification efficiency, that is, this is again defined as this is again defined as P DC upon P AC into 100. PDC is IAV square into RL, power drop across the load, and total power supply, that is IRMS square RL plus RF into 100. So, by substituting this value, I average is, as you have 2m over pi whole square RL into 100 upon IRMS IM square into 2 under root 2, here it is RL plus RF. So, what we find, we have this 4 IM square RL into 100 into 2 upon this pi square into IM square RL plus RF. So, this IM square cancel, this 4 into 2 into 100. So, this is 800, this pi is 3.14 whole square, and this RL upon RL plus RF, So, this RL plus RF, this is 800 divided by this value is 9.985, and this is 1 plus RF upon RL. We know 1 plus RF by RL is equal to 1. Why? Because RF is 10 ohm and RL is 10 kilo. So, this value is 1. So, this efficiency value is 81.2%. So, these two are very important. These two parameters are very important. This ripple IRMS is less than half. Earlier it was 1.21, here it is 0.46. Now, here earlier it is 40.6 and here it is 81.2. The efficiency will increase and ripple factor will decrease in the two cells. So, from this, that is, this value is I dash RMS upon I DC is less than 1. So, this imply I dash RMS is less than I DC. So, low ripple means beta rectifier. This is beta rectifier. This full wave is beta rectifier. Now, the one question that is keeping here, that this central tape is not exactly central. So, what will happen? The voltage regulation will change. How this voltage regulation will change? So, the voltage regulation is something K is defined as V no load minus V full load upon this is V full load. So, this factor is, this is V no load, and here it is V full load. This is load. This is V full load. This part is there. So, this is the common sense of the voltage. When load will increase, when this load will increase, this voltage will decrease. So, this can be compensated in some other way, but the voltage, that is this kind of voltage, that is central tape, gives the actual shape is something different. One side it is high voltage, other side it is low voltage. Because it is the practical problem that suppose this N secondary is, suppose N secondary is 100 terms. So, central tap means 50 plus 50. 50 plus 50, this is ideal. 50 plus 50 is ideal, but whenever we are taking the central point, then there is a difference. That is, what kind of difference? That is, either this will be 49 plus 51, 49, 51, or 51, 49, irrespective D1 side or D2 side. So, due to this difference, in both the cases, either way to divide, the V output is, something this. The V out is something different, or sometime it is this. If it is D1, here it is D2, this is D1, or this is D1, here it is D2, and this one is D1. So, this voltage value will also change. This voltage value will also change. This voltage value, they also. Means there is a fluctuation of this amount. There is a fluctuation of this amount. The output is varying. This is the demerit of full wave rectifier using two diodes. How can we demerits will remove? Demerits will be removing after using 4 diode in place of 2 diodes, and that is known as bridge rectifier. Using this circuit, that is, this one is a full wave rectifier circuit. If we take the components value, components numerical value, then what will be the corresponding other value in the case? So, suppose the RL load is 10 kilo ohm, R is load 10 kilo ohm, this R forward is 10 ohm, this R forward is 10 ohm, this value, and here it is the voltage. Voltage is 220 volt AC, and ratio N1 upon N2 is 1 upon 12. 1 upon 12. If this data are available for this, so what will be the I average, I RMS, VAD average, this is DC, and the other factors, that is ripple, efficiency, can be calculated. So, solution, the IM first, average current, that is I average, is equal to Vm upon RL plus RF, Rm plus Rm. What is Rm? Vm is What is Vm? Vm is this voltage, that is 1 upon 12 into 220 volt into under root 2. Why under 2? Because this voltage is RMS voltage. RMS voltage. So this is 311 by 12. This is 311 by 12. So that is 25.8 volt. This is 25.8 volt. And now I average 25.8 volt divided by 10 kilo ohm plus 10 ohm. 10 kilo ohm plus 10 ohm. This is the I average value. And this I average value, similarly, IRMS value is IM IRMS is IM means this means 25.8 volt, 10 kilo ohm plus 10 ohm, IRMS into 1 upon under root 2, into 1 upon under root 2. This 1 upon under root 2 means 1.14. And then VDC is this, VDC is voltage IDC into RL. So this is IDC, this value is, this is 16, 1, 11, 5 upon, this is 1000 plus 10 multiply 3.14 and into this is 10,000. This value is IDC volt. And then the ripple is, this is ripple factor. This ripple factor is very clear, it is fixed, that is 0.468, and efficiency is, that is 81.2%. So these are the numerical value of the full wave rectifier circuit. And this is all about the full wave rectifier. In the next term, I will like to discuss about the bridge rectifier. Thank you.